Truth about avocados and heart health for the elderly. Have you ever wondered if that creamy, vibrant green avocado on your toast could actually be protecting your heart? Well, if you're over 60, I have some remarkable news that might just change how you think about this incredible superfood forever. Picture this. Margaret, a spirited 68-year-old from my practice, came to me deeply worried about her family history of heart disease. Her father had his first heart attack at 70, and she was terrified of following the same path. But here's what happened when I shared the groundbreaking research I'm about to reveal to you today. Her eyes lit up with genuine hope, and rightfully so. I'm Dr. David Walker, a senior health and cardiovascular wellness expert with over 30 years of experience, helping older adults not just add years to their lives, but add life to their years. Today, I'm sharing the scientifically proven truth about avocados and heart health that every person over 60 needs to know, truth backed by 30 years of research following over 110,000 participants. But first, let me bust a myth that might be holding you back from this heart-protecting powerhouse, because what I discovered about this research absolutely stunned me. The surprising research revelation. Here's the myth I need to shatter immediately. Avocados are too fatty and will make me gain weight. This couldn't be further from the truth, and the research proves it definitively. Not only do people who eat avocados regularly not gain weight, they actually tend to maintain healthier weights and have significantly better heart health outcomes. Now here's what absolutely stunned me when I first reviewed this landmark study published in the prestigious Journal of the American Heart Association. Eating just 2 servings of avocado per week, that's barely half an avocado every few days, reduced cardiovascular disease risk by 16% and coronary heart disease risk by an incredible 21% in people our age. I know exactly what you're thinking right now. Dr. Walker, that sounds too good to be true. Trust me, I had the exact same reaction. But this wasn't some small, questionable study funded by the avocado industry. This was pure scientific gold, following over 110,000 healthcare professionals for 3 decades, published in one of the most respected medical journals in the world. Let me paint you a picture of why this discovery matters so profoundly for those of us navigating life after 60. Your remarkable heart has been working tirelessly for decades, pumping blood through over 60,000 miles of blood vessels. That's more than twice around the earth. As we age gracefully, our arteries naturally become less flexible. Cholesterol levels tend to creep upward, and blood pressure often follows suit. It's like having a cherished car that's been faithfully serving you for 60-plus years. It deserves premium fuel and tender, loving care. Here's where Margaret's story becomes even more compelling and personally meaningful. When she started incorporating avocados into her daily routine, and I'll share exactly how in just a moment, her follow-up lab work 6 months later showed improvements that frankly amazed both of us. Her LDL bad cholesterol dropped 18 points. Her HDL good cholesterol increased, and her inflammatory markers decreased significantly. But more importantly, she felt energized and confident about her health for the first time in years. But here's what the research revealed that really opened my eyes. It's not just about adding avocados to your diet. It's about what you're replacing. When study participants substituted just half a serving of avocado for margarine, butter, processed meats, or even certain dairy products, their cardiovascular benefits increased even more dramatically. We're talking 16 to 22% lower risk of heart disease. Think about your typical breakfast this morning. Are you spreading butter on your toast? Using margarine? Having bacon or sausage? The research shows that swapping these for creamy, satisfying avocado isn't just adding nutrition. You're actively removing foods that may be working against your heart health while gaining incredible protective benefits. Now, I need to address the fat concern head-on because this is where decades of nutritional misconceptions have created unnecessary fear. But Dr. Walker, aren't avocados high in fat? Shouldn't I be avoiding fat for my heart? This question breaks my heart because it shows how harmful dietary misinformation has confused so many wonderful people. Not all fats are created equal, and this is absolutely crucial for anyone over 60 to understand. Avocados contain what we call monounsaturated fats, the exact same heart protective fats found in olive oil, nuts, and the famous Mediterranean diet. These beneficial fats actually improve your cholesterol profile by lowering the harmful LDL cholesterol while maintaining or even raising your protective HDL cholesterol. Think of them as a skilled maintenance crew for your arteries, keeping them clean, flexible, and functioning beautifully. But here's something even more fascinating from the nutrition facts that will amaze you. A typical avocado provides about 20% of your daily fiber needs, 10% of your essential potassium, 15% of your folate, and substantial amounts of vitamins K, C, and E. For those of us over 60, fiber becomes increasingly important for digestive health, blood sugar regulation, and yes, cardiovascular protection. The potassium connection particularly excited me because high blood pressure affects nearly 80% of adults over 65. One medium avocado contains more potassium than a banana, about 690 milligrams of this vital mineral. Potassium works like nature's blood pressure medication, helping your kidneys efficiently remove excess sodium while relaxing blood vessel walls naturally. What really sets this groundbreaking research apart is how thoroughly they accounted for healthy aging lifestyles. They didn't just compare avocado eaters to non-eaters, they compared people with similar exercise habits, similar overall diets, similar health consciousness, and even similar socioeconomic backgrounds. The remarkable avocado effect remained strong and consistent, even when accounting for all these important factors. Here's a powerful question I want you to consider deeply. What if incorporating this one delicious, versatile food could provide the same heart protection as taking an additional medication, but with zero side effects, multiple nutritional benefits, and flavors you actually enjoy? Would you give it a try? The research also revealed something fascinating about timing and cultural preferences. Whether participants were eating avocados in guacamole, on toast, in salads, or blended in smoothies, the benefits remain consistent. This means you can enjoy avocados in whatever way appeals to your taste preferences and cultural background. Mexican-inspired guacamole, Mediterranean style with olive oil and herbs, or classic American avocado toast. Always consult your doctor before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have existing heart conditions, diabetes, or are taking medications like blood thinners. Here's what gives me the most hope and excitement. The study showed that participants who began eating avocados in their 70s and even 80s still experienced significant cardiovascular benefits. Your heart is remarkably adaptable and resilient, and given the right nutrition, it can respond positively and powerfully at any age. But wait until you hear about the specific mechanisms of how avocados protect your aging heart. This next revelation might surprise you even more. The heart protection mechanisms. Now let's dive into the fascinating science of exactly how avocados protect your aging heart, because understanding the why makes all the difference in your commitment to making this simple but life-changing decision. First, let's talk about inflammation, the silent, invisible enemy of healthy aging that most people never think about. As we gracefully age, our bodies tend to develop what scientists call chronic low-grade inflammation. Picture it as a pilot light that's constantly burning at a low level, slowly but persistently damaging your blood vessels, joints, organs, and cellular structures. This inflammatory process significantly accelerates atherosclerosis, the dangerous buildup of plaque in your arteries. Here's where avocados become your powerful anti-inflammatory allies in ways that will genuinely surprise you. They contain oleic acid, the exact same beneficial compound that makes olive oil so protective in the heart-healthy Mediterranean diet. But avocados also provide unique carotenoids like lutein, zeaxanthin, and beta-carotene that specifically target inflammatory pathways affecting not just cardiovascular health, but also brain function and eye health. Robert, another cherished patient of mine, perfectly illustrates this connection. At 72, he was experiencing what he called creaky mornings, stiff, achy joints, concerning low energy levels, and blood pressure readings that worried both of us. After incorporating avocados into his routine consistently for 8 months, not only did his cardiovascular markers improve dramatically, but he reported feeling genuinely more energetic and experiencing significantly less joint stiffness. The anti-inflammatory effects were working beneficially throughout his entire body. Now, here's something absolutely crucial about cholesterol that changes significantly as we age. Many people over 60 have been told to fear all dietary fats, but this well-meaning advice creates a dangerous nutritional gap with serious consequences. Your brain needs healthy fats to function optimally. It's actually 60% fat by weight. Your hormones need healthy fats for proper production and balance. And your heart desperately needs the right kinds of fats to maintain healthy cholesterol ratios and cellular function. The monounsaturated fats in avocados specifically target what doctors call the cholesterol ratio, the critical relationship between your protective HDL and harmful LDL cholesterol. As we age, this delicate ratio often shifts unfavorably, increasing cardiovascular risk. The research clearly showed that people eating avocados regularly maintained significantly better cholesterol ratios, which is actually more predictive of heart health than just looking at total cholesterol numbers alone. But here's what really excited me about the fiber connection, and why this matters so much for people our age. Most Americans over 60 get less than half the fiber they need daily. This isn't just about digestive regularity, though that's certainly important. Fiber directly and powerfully impacts your entire cardiovascular system. Soluble fiber, which avocados provide in abundance, acts like a gentle escort, binding to cholesterol in your digestive system and safely removing it from your body before it can cause arterial damage. Let me share something that might genuinely surprise you about blood pressure and the aging process. As our arteries naturally stiffen with age, a normal part of aging, maintaining healthy blood pressure, becomes increasingly challenging and critically important. The potassium in avocados works synergistically with magnesium, also abundant in avocados, to help maintain the delicate sodium-potassium balance that keeps blood pressure in optimal, healthy ranges. Eleanor, one of my most health-conscious patients at 76, discovered this benefit almost by delightful accident. She started adding half an avocado to her daily salads, primarily for the rich, satisfying taste, and because her daughter had read about their nutritional value. At her 6-month checkup, her blood pressure readings had improved from borderline high to optimal range, without any medication changes whatsoever. We were both thrilled and amazed. Now, let's address something important about the timeline of these benefits, because patience and realistic expectations matter. Unlike medications that work immediately, the cardiovascular benefits of avocados build steadily and powerfully over time. The research clearly showed that the most significant, life-changing benefits appeared in people who had been consuming avocados regularly for at least 2 years. This isn't a quick fix or magic bullet. It's a long-term, sustainable investment in your cardiovascular health and overall vitality. Here's a critical point about nutrient absorption that becomes increasingly important as we age. Many essential vitamins and powerful antioxidants are fat-soluble, meaning they need to be consumed with healthy fats to be properly absorbed and utilized by your body. When you eat colorful vegetables with avocado, you're not just adding nutrition, you're dramatically enhancing the absorption of nutrients from all the other healthy foods on your plate. It's like upgrading your body's ability to extract maximum benefit from every healthy bite. The research also revealed something fascinating about what scientists call food synergy, and this discovery really excited me. People who ate avocados regularly tended to have significantly better overall diet quality across the board. They naturally gravitated toward eating more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and other nutrient-dense foods. It's as if adding this one nutritious, satisfying food created a positive ripple effect throughout their entire eating pattern, leading to healthier choices all around. This is where the substitution element becomes so powerful and practical. Instead of just adding avocado to an already full diet, the most successful participants strategically replaced less healthy options. They swapped the butter on their morning toast for mashed avocado with a sprinkle of sea salt and fresh herbs. They replaced heavy mayonnaise in their chicken salad with creamy, nutrient-rich avocado. They used mashed avocado as a base for delicious, heart-healthy salad dressings instead of options high in saturated fat and artificial ingredients. For those managing diabetes, which affects nearly 30% of adults over 65, avocados offer additional benefits. Their healthy fats and fiber help stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing the dangerous spikes and crashes that can damage blood vessels over time. However, always work with your healthcare provider to monitor blood sugar levels when making dietary changes. If you're concerned about gout, another common concern for people our age, the good news is that avocados are naturally low in purines and may actually help reduce inflammation associated with gout flares. Always remember to consult with your healthcare provider about dietary changes, particularly if you're managing heart conditions, diabetes, or taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin. But here's what I find most encouraging and hopeful. The research conclusively showed that it's never, ever too late to start. Participants who began eating avocados in their 70s and 80s still experienced remarkable cardiovascular benefits. Your heart is incredibly adaptable and resilient, and given the right nutrition, it can respond positively and powerfully at any age. That's not just hope, that's scientific fact. Now, let me share the practical, tested strategies that have worked best for hundreds of my patients over 60. Practical implementation strategies. Let me share the exact, proven strategies that have helped hundreds of my patients over 60 successfully incorporate avocados into their daily routine. Because knowing the science is one thing, but making it work seamlessly in real life is what truly transforms your health. First, let's tackle the most common concern I hear in my office. Dr. Walker, I've never been an avocado person. The texture seems strange, and I'm not sure I'd like the taste. How do I even start? This is where I begin with what I call the stealth avocado approach, starting small, subtle, and completely manageable. Here's Mary's inspiring story. She's 71 and was absolutely convinced she didn't like avocados. I suggested she begin by adding just 1 tablespoon of mashed avocado to her morning scrambled eggs. She couldn't even taste it, but she was getting those incredible heart-protective nutrients. After 2 weeks, she confidently increased to 2 tablespoons. Within a month, she was making herself delicious avocado toast and wondering why she'd avoided this wonderful food for so long. The key is starting with familiar, comforting foods and gradually expanding your horizons. If you already enjoy tuna salad, try replacing half the mayonnaise with mashed avocado. You'll get the same creamy texture with dramatically better nutrition. Love chicken salad? Same approach works beautifully. Making a morning smoothie? Add a quarter of an avocado for incredible creaminess. You won't taste it at all, but you'll benefit tremendously from it. Now, let's address the practical challenge of ripeness, because there's nothing more frustrating than planning to use an avocado only to find it's either rock hard or disappointingly overripe. Here's my foolproof system that I teach all my patients, and it works every single time. The three-stage ripeness system. Buy avocados at 3 different stages of ripeness during your shopping trip. Get some that are quite firm for use in 4 to 5 Daltons Wise, some that yield slightly to gentle pressure for use in 2 to 3 Daltons Wise, and 1 or 2 that are perfectly ripe for immediate use. Store the firm ones on your counter in a paper bag if you want to speed ripening, and once they reach perfect ripeness, move them to the refrigerator where they'll stay good for several more days. Here's my never-fail ripeness test. Hold the avocado gently in your palm and press with your thumb near the stem end. If it yields to gentle pressure but doesn't feel mushy, it's absolutely perfect. If there's no give at all, be patient and wait. If your thumb sinks in easily, it's overripe for eating fresh but still perfect for making guacamole, adding to smoothies, or using in baking. Let me share some specific serving strategies that work beautifully for people our age, keeping in mind both nutrition and budget. The research showed significant benefits starting at just 2 servings per week, where 1 serving equals about half an avocado. That's completely achievable and won't strain your grocery budget. Consider this simple weekly pattern. Monday, add creamy avocado slices to your lunch salad. Wednesday, make delicious avocado toast for breakfast with a drizzle of olive oil and everything bagel seasoning. Friday, use mashed avocado in place of mayonnaise in your favorite sandwich. That's 3 servings right there, exceeding the minimum for cardiovascular benefits. For those managing weight concerns, and let's be honest, metabolism naturally changes as we age. Here's something important and reassuring to understand. The research clearly showed that people eating avocados regularly didn't gain weight despite the added calories. The powerful combination of fiber, healthy fats, and nutrients actually supports healthy weight management by increasing satiety and improving your body's ability to utilize nutrients efficiently. Dorothy, who's 69 and had been struggling with post-retirement weight gain, was initially hesitant about adding what she called a fatty food to her diet. After 3 months of incorporating avocados exactly as I suggested, she had actually lost 7 pounds and felt significantly more satisfied with her meals. The healthy fats were keeping her full longer and dramatically reducing her afternoon snacking urges. Now, let's talk about budget-friendly approaches, because I know fixed incomes are a reality for many of us, and every dollar matters. Avocados can seem expensive at first glance, but when you consider them as a replacement rather than an addition, the math works much more favorably. Instead of buying separate items like mayonnaise, salad dressing, and butter, you're replacing multiple purchases with one incredibly versatile, nutritious food. Here are my proven cost-saving strategies. Buy avocados when they're on sale and at different ripeness stages. This is key. Use the fully ripe ones immediately for guacamole or smoothies. The guacamole can be frozen in ice cube trays for future use. Just thaw what you need. Save significant money by making your own avocado-based salad dressings instead of buying expensive bottled versions loaded with preservatives. Seasonal shopping tip. Avocados are typically less expensive during peak season, fall through spring, so stock up when prices drop and freeze mashed avocado in portion-sized containers. For those dealing with digestive sensitivities that sometimes develop as we age, start with smaller portions and listen to your body. Begin with just a tablespoon of mashed avocado mixed into familiar foods. The fiber in avocados is generally very well tolerated, but like any dietary change, gradual introduction is wise and respectful of your body's needs. Let me address medication interactions honestly, which become more relevant and important as we age. Avocados are generally safe with most medications, but if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, Coumadin, discuss avocado consumption with your doctor. While avocados aren't extremely high in vitamin K, consistency in your intake is important for maintaining stable medication levels. Here's something I've learned from working with thousands of patients over 60. The most successful, sustainable dietary changes are those that enhance and enrich rather than restrict and deprive. Instead of focusing on what you can't eat, focus on this delicious, versatile food you're adding to your life. Avocados can make vegetables more appealing, salads more satisfying, and smoothies incredibly creamy and rich. Consider texture modifications if needed for comfort. Some of my patients find whole avocado slices challenging to chew comfortably due to dental concerns. Mashed avocado mixed into foods, blended into smoothies, or used as a spread can provide all the same incredible benefits while being much easier to manage. The social aspect matters tremendously too. Share this healthy journey with friends or family members. Make avocado toast together during coffee visits. Share new recipes you discover, or start a weekly tradition of trying different avocado preparations. Social connections around healthy eating habits tend to be much more sustainable and enjoyable. Here are some cultural adaptations that work beautifully. If you enjoy Mexican flavors, try guacamole with lime and cilantro. For Mediterranean tastes, mash avocado with olive oil, lemon, and herbs. For classic American preferences, simple avocado toast with salt and pepper is perfect. Meal prep strategies for seniors. Wash and prepare several avocados when you have energy and good hand mobility. Store-cut avocado with lemon juice in airtight containers for 2 to 3 Dalton's wise. Pre-make avocado spread and keep it refrigerated for easy use throughout the week. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have existing cardiovascular conditions, diabetes, or are taking multiple medications. Remember, the research showed that consistency matters far more than perfection. You don't need to eat avocados every single day to see remarkable benefits. The participants who experienced the most significant cardiovascular improvements were those who consistently included avocados in their diet over time, averaging about half an avocado every few days. Now, let me bring all of this together and share why this simple change could be one of the most important, life-enhancing decisions you make for your heart health. As I reflect on my 3 decades of caring for adults over 60, I'm continually amazed and deeply moved by the profound impact that simple, science-backed nutritional choices can have on not just our physical health, but our entire quality of life, our confidence, and our joy in living. The truth about avocados and heart health isn't just about impressive numbers on a lab report. It's about the confidence to live fully and fearlessly, the energy to pursue your dreams and passions, and the profound peace of mind that comes from knowing you're actively protecting and nurturing your most vital organ. Think about Margaret, whom I introduced you to at the beginning of our journey together. 6 months after incorporating avocados into her routine, she didn't just have better lab numbers, though those were certainly wonderful. She had the confidence and energy to start taking those ballroom dance classes she'd been putting off for years. She felt genuinely empowered rather than fearful about her family history. That's the real magic and beauty of evidence-based nutrition. It transforms not just our physical health, but our entire relationship with aging itself. Here's what moves me most deeply about this research. It proves conclusively that it's never, ever too late to make a meaningful difference in your cardiovascular health. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your remarkable heart can still respond positively and powerfully to the right nutrition. That's not just hope or wishful thinking, that's scientific fact, backed by 30 years of data from over 110,000 people just like you and me. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself 1 year from today. Imagine having more sustained energy for the activities and people you love most. Imagine feeling genuinely confident about your heart health instead of anxious and worried. Imagine the deep satisfaction of knowing that every time you enjoy that creamy, delicious avocado, you're giving your heart a precious gift of protection and nourishment. That beautiful future is absolutely achievable, and it starts with the simple decision to make this one small but incredibly powerful change. The beauty of this approach fills me with hope every single day. You're not overhauling your entire life or starting a complicated restrictive regimen. You're simply adding one nutrient-dense, delicious food that happens to provide remarkable cardiovascular protection. It's sustainable, it's genuinely enjoyable, and most importantly, it works consistently and powerfully. I've seen too many wonderful people in their later years say, with regret, "I wish I had started taking better care of my heart sooner." But I've also had the incredible privilege of seeing countless patients in their 70s and 80s experience renewed vitality and dramatically improved health by making smart, science-based nutritional choices. The choice is entirely yours, and the perfect time is right now. Remember Dorothy, who was worried about weight gain? Or Robert, who thought his declining energy levels were just an inevitable part of aging? Or Eleanor, whose blood pressure improved naturally without medication changes? These aren't exceptional, rare cases. They're beautiful examples of what's possible when we align our food choices with solid scientific evidence and our body's deepest needs. Always consult your doctor before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have existing medical conditions. But please don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Start exactly where you are, with what you have, and build steadily from there. If this information has been valuable and meaningful to you, I genuinely need your help spreading this life-changing, heart-healthy message. Please hit that like button to help this video reach other people who could benefit tremendously from this evidence-based guidance. Your simple click could literally help save someone's life by connecting them with research-backed nutrition information. Subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell because I'm deeply committed to bringing you the latest research on healthy aging, translated into practical strategies you can actually use and enjoy. There's so much more exciting, life-enhancing science coming that could transform your health and vitality in the years ahead. But here's what would mean the absolute most to me. If you found this helpful and inspiring, please don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone you care about who's also navigating life after 60. Whether it's your spouse, a dear friend, a sibling, or an adult child who's concerned about their parents' health, this information could be the gift that truly keeps on giving. I also want to hear from you in the comments below. Are you already enjoying avocados in your daily routine? Are you planning to start this heart-healthy journey? Do you have questions about incorporating them into your lifestyle? Share your favorite avocado recipe or preparation. Your experiences and wisdom help me create content that truly serves this wonderful community of people committed to aging vibrantly and healthfully. The truth about avocados and heart health isn't just a medical revelation. It's a beautiful reminder that we have far more power over our health and aging process than we might think. One simple, delicious food choice at a time, we can write a completely different story about what it means to age with vitality, confidence, and joy. Your heart has served you faithfully and tirelessly for decades. Isn't it time to return that devotion with the nutrition it truly deserves?